Okay, so it was the governor stories for episode 6 and 7. So I breezed right through that. At the end of episode 7, we saw the governor at the prison. I think he's looking for a safe place because he doesn't think their camp is safe enough. And as he claimed, he's not going to lose his family again. So he knows of a place that is secure, and that's the prison. The same place he told Rick, I wouldn't want your place. That doesn't look safe. Well, it's the safest place he knows of right now in the apocalypse. So he's gone back to the place where he can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Get revenge by taking out Michonne and Rick and take the prison for himself. So that's where we're at. And now we're on to season 4, episode 8, Too Far Gone. I'm double checking to see that it's recording. Don't want to repeat what happened with episode 6. Okay. All right. Let's go.
We're not going to last here. The Badgers, they'll be a herd of them. Nothing between us and the rest of the world. We stay here, we'll die. The people who destroyed the camp I was in with Martinez, they live in a prison. They got walls, lots of land for farming. We could live there.
Oh my gosh.
If we're willing to take it from them.
He just knocked out Michonne. Oh my gosh. It's the better scenario because he could have just killed her. He could have killed her when he saw her ahead of time. He could have killed Rick and Carl when he saw them planting in the fields. It's a good thing. It works out for Michonne that his ego is so huge that he doesn't want to take her. He wants to see her suffer. He wants her to know it's him. You know, he wants her to see him destroy her world, which gives her a chance to fight back. And I also noticed again Herschel walking, so they must have found him a prosthetic on one of their runs and given it to him, and he's walking pretty well with it because I remember how he was running through the prison. But yeah, Michonne was right to keep looking for him. I'm sorry they persuaded her to stop. Yes, the trail had gone cold, but if she was still in that mindset, her guard would be up and she would still be scouting like how she was before. Now her guard was down and she was caught off guard.
I captured 2 of them.
What?
I was scouting the prison, our paths crossed, so I took them.
You took them?
They're the key. We can have it. We don't need to kill anyone. We need to be prepared to.
Look at him repeating history, taking his people unaware to their slaughter, to slaughter others. And again, these people follow blindly, following him to their doom. But there are people that follow evil knowingly, even though this evil keeps presenting who he is to them. I've said before, and I'll keep saying it, the only consequence to evil is destruction. You know, a lot of people follow evil thinking that they'll get one up on others. If the evil is the power of the moment, they think they will also gain power and they will get over everyone else. But the only thing they're going to get is destruction in the end, because that's the outcome of evil. So Martinez didn't learn that lesson. Pete, the evil killed his brother, and he think going along with the evil, he'll be fine because the evil accepts him for now. This group going along with him to go and take shelter from another group and think that won't blow back on them somehow. He's taking them to take from another group. If they think about it, that group is going to resist. So there is going to be a fight. There's going to be war. These aren't soldiers. These people aren't soldiers. It's the same thing that happened with the Woodbury group. It's the same outcome that's going to happen to them. And yeah, they may not have known about the Woodbury group or known about the governor, but what Ryan is selling them, he's telling them, he's telegraphing to them who he is and how he operates. And if they are thinking for themselves, they will see that the outcome cannot be good. Think about it. If another group comes to them to try and take away the little camp that they have, what do they think is going to happen? How do they think think that outcome is just going to be la-da-da, we just take it from them and that's that. And everything is okay. They wouldn't fight back. Or once if the other group takes it and they're pushed out and not killed, they don't think people in their group are going to want revenge to go back. So the war just continues until everyone is decimated.
The people in this prison, not all of them are bad. Most of them, thieves, murderers. Why should people like that have peace of mind when we're burying our own just about every day? These people, they mutilated me, ruined my camp, killed my daughter.
Amen. I said we didn't have to fight for another place.
I know.
Killing people?
Killing killers.
You said they weren't all bad people.
Well, they were bad people.
Am I?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are with a very bad person. Evil.
I'm going to keep you alive. I'm going to keep Megan alive. The only judgment on me I care about is whether you two are still breathing.
The only thing that I care about is that you two are still breathing. Who does that sound like? Shane. See how people are like, so he's good at surviving. He just wants to survive. No, he's not good at surviving. As a matter of fact, he didn't survive. And it's not about protecting loved ones. It's selfishness. He thought of Lori and Carl as a possession. You know, he called it love. That wasn't love. And you know how we know it wasn't love? When she didn't give him what he wanted, the love that he thought belonged to him, he attempted to take it by force. He sexually assaulted her. That's not love. That shows you it's selfishness. You want a quick way to assess if someone's intentions are good? The key factor is selfishness. Is the decision selfish? Is it about them, their wants, their needs, regardless of anyone or anything else? If it boils down to selfishness, run. Do not entertain that person. You will be a casualty of that person's selfishness eventually. Even if that person's selfishness includes you at the time, just like Shane was selfish about Lori and Carl. People who are even trying to help Lori and Carl, like Otis, but it was about him surviving. It wasn't about Carl surviving. It was about Shane surviving. A selfish person, you may benefit from them trying to protect you as part of their possession. Eventually, you are going to be sacrificed for something else that they think is more important to them than you. It's not even about Megan. Megan is just a substitute for his daughter. If push came to shove, he would get rid of Lily to keep Megan. And if Megan eventually doesn't live up to his ideals of what he thinks she should be in terms of being a carbon copy for his daughter, she would be sacrificed. She would be sacrificed to whatever he thinks he needs and wants at that moment. That's why I cannot condone what Carol did. For me, it borders on that because it was a selfish act by her. Someone brought up something very profound in their response to episode 5. It was Diane Shug's 5674. Diane said, "What a contrast for any Carol apologist to see in the very next episode how 3 other council family members, one with one leg and 2 already carrying the sickness themselves, chose to deal with it and the people affected by it. Carol chose to kill 2 innocent sick people, and Sasha, Glenn, and Herschel chose to sacrifice themselves to help the sick people. And remember, the sick people were isolated. They were not in the common area where the disease could spread and infect other people. They were isolated. Where they were before and sick, yeah, until they found out. But then it's too late to stop the spread there. But where they were isolated, they weren't infecting other people. And to choose to go to them where they're isolated and kill them in hopes of stopping the spread, that was a selfish act. It was an ignorant act because it helped nothing, and it was a selfish act. That's why I said she's bordering on psychopathic in that acting selfishly to ensure her survival or survival of who she wants wants to survive. It's a very selfish act to do against innocent people who are not trying to harm her or her loved ones. Fear is a factor, but fear is not an excuse. So you have to be careful with people that operate on that premise of selfishness. These are people to keep a wide berth from, because if you're in their sphere of protection because you serve a purpose for them, there's going to come a time when you don't serve a purpose for them and they will take you out because you no longer serve a purpose for them. They will act selfishly against you eventually. So tells Lily he loves her.
I don't know who you are.
And she said, I don't know who you are. Girl, lean into your instincts. She's starting to doubt him. You know why? Because he's planning to go and kill people to take their possessions, to take something that she already told him they don't need. But for him, he wants it. So she's suspecting that who he presented himself as is not who he really is. And she really should listen to her instincts. Michonne. It's him. Get your hands off her.
You should eat. It's going to be a long day. Nobody's going to hurt you. Michonne, I want you to know. Penny, my daughter, she was dead. I know that now. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anyone. I need the person, that's it.
I'm gonna kill you.
No, you won't.
Michonne just says, I'm going to kill you. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna take it.
Stop it.
Herschel's like, shh.
Governor, don't call me that. We can find a way to live together.
Herschel said, your people, our people, we can find a way to live together. Michonne is like, what? Heck no. Oh my God. Michonne cannot pretend. She doesn't have a poker face, and she's not into trying to manipulate people or manipulate a situation. Michonne would tell you who she is, what she's about, or she won't tell you. She'll just do it. She's just straightforward. She's not into any kind of pretense.
You're a good man, Herschel. You're a better man than Rick.
Everything you said, the way you said it, you've changed. So has Rick.
The two of us will never be able to live together. Michonne and I will never be able to live together.
My daughters would be there. That's who you'd be hurting. If you understand what it's like to have a daughter, then how can you threaten to kill someone else's?
Because they aren't mine.
Exactly. Because they're not his daughters, Herschel. You see all my spiel about selfishness? There it is. Straight to the point. They are not mine, or I don't care about these people. So they're dispensable. If you take nothing away from this channel, at least you can say it. I heard this girl on YouTube say to figure out who a person is. Figure out if they're selfish or not.
Messed it all up.
No. Made it better.
He doesn't love that little girl, you know. She has taken the place of his daughter. She is a symbol of whatever he thinks he needs. He's based his purpose around her, but not really her. Lily, don't you see? Open your eyes, woman. He's too attached to your little girl.
No, our anniversary's coming up.
Is?
Again, Maggie reminds me of Lily.
You could have waited till we got back. Till Tyrese got back.
I was just gonna ask, what on earth is Rick and Daryl arguing about? I had totally forgotten that Rick banished Carol. So that has to be what Daryl is upset about.
How could I handle that? She killed two of our own. She couldn't be here. It's gonna be all right. She has a car, supplies. She's a survivor.
Everybody keeps saying they can handle Tyrese. Okay, whatever.
That's how it was in her head. She wasn't sorry.
Right. She wasn't sorry. No remorse. They were sick people. They were vulnerable. They needed help. And they were a part of the group. She doesn't care about them. So there's no getting around it. That what she did was absolutely horrifically wrong. And the issue, the problem is she is not sorry about it. That's psychopathic. Carol was one of my favorite characters in the first run of The Walking Dead until season 6. I started to see her through an objective lens and not through the lens of, oh, I love her, so she can do no wrong, or, oh, doesn't matter because I love her. After season 6, I was just like, this character is just no bueno. I know there's a lot of Carol fans in The Walking Dead fandom. Do you? I will not try to convince you or say you're wrong for loving any character. That's the beauty of an ensemble show. There's so many characters to love, to be indifferent to not like. But I have to confess that Carol became a character that I no longer liked. And rewatching the series, I am seeing things even more clearly, that I had blinders on, that I was not looking at the characters objectively. Because if I had, I would have reached that conclusion much sooner than I did during the initial run of watching The Walking Dead. So.
It's her. That ain't her.
What? Daryl is saying that's not her. That is her, Daryl. He loves her. So again, he's just seeing things through his emotions.
What are we supposed to do about those two girls? I told her we'd look after them.
Rick is looking at it objectively. Rick loves her also. To Rick, she's family, but he cannot deny what has happened. As a leader, if he doesn't take care of it, it will take care of them. As I said, the issue with Tyrese, taking her away from that situation is actually saving her life. Rick made the right choice. And I will forever be so disappointed and actually disgusted with the writers for trying to make Rick walk back that decision as fan service to Carol fans. Trash the integrity of Rick's character and the show doing that.
I haven't told Tyrese yet. I don't know how he's gonna take it. So we'll find out.
Oh, see, he's willing to shoulder the burden with Rick to tell Tyrese the truth of what Carol did. Daryl accepts it. She's family. But you don't see him taking off to go get her, bring her back to the prison, or taking off like he took off with Merle, because he knows Rick is right. Daryl is a stand-up guy. Now, I see why he's such a fan favorite.
Sasha, you're not strong enough yet.
Then help me.
Tyrese, down here?
Rick, that you? You guys gotta see this. Can we take a beat? There's something we need to talk about. It can wait. Come on.
What did Tyrese find?
Look. Well, I was just looking for answers. And I found this. Same person that killed Karen and David did this. Remember the rats at the fence? They showed up the same day she was killed. We got a psychopath living with us. Tyrese. We gotta find them, Rick.
Tyrese said, we have a psychopath living with us.
Whoever did this, I don't think that's who killed Karen. Why?
Rick! Come down here! Not up to me! There's council now! Herschel on the council.
It never ends, oh, Rick. Rick says there's a council now. They run this place. It's not up to him.
What about Michonne? She on the council too? I don't make decisions anymore! Making the decisions today, Rick.
I can't take them all on. The admin building through the woods like we planned. Things go south, everyone heads for that bus.
So the plan is to get on the bus and just leave because they don't have the numbers to fight them. Plus, they have a tank. So I think they should best gathering everyone up and just leaving through the back to save as many lives as possible. I think they should just start leaving. And something else they should have planned before, a meetup point if anything happened where they can try to regroup.
You let him go. You got a tank. You don't need hostages.
I do.
Selflessness. Rick is sacrificing himself for Herschel and Michonne. He has kids. He has Carl and Judith to take care of. That's his priority. That's his purpose for living, right? To protect and keep Judith and Carl alive. And he needs to be alive to do that. Here you see Rick putting his life on the line. I'll stay. I'll talk. He knows the governor is not going to let him go. He knows the governor wants to and will kill him. He would rather him kill him than kill Herschel and Michonne.
You and your people, you had till sundown to get out of here, or they die.
There are children here. Some of them are sick. They won't survive.
I have a tank. I'm letting you walk away from here.
I was going to ask, where did that fire come from? But just recall the explosion. That's what they blew up. If I was Rick, I would just say, okay, we'll leave. I would just say, give me Herschel and Michonne and we leave and take everyone. The thing is, he needs to regroup because the governor is going to come after him. The situation he is in right now, he cannot take the governor. At least the governor pretending to let him leave will give him time. And when I say time, I just mean probably a few minutes to strategize with Daryl. If they can find some place to hide so that even the governor coming after them, it takes the governor a while to find them, but it gives them a chance to live another few minutes versus trying to reason with him. The governor, you can't reason with him. Daryl, yes, Daryl. Take the weapons. Are they loading up the bus? Megan got bit. Well, Megan is dead.
Bus, come on. No.
Oh, Judith.
We can all live together. There's enough room for all of us. We live in different cell blocks.
It could work. Not after Woodbury.
But I don't think we have a choice. We're not leaving. We can all live in the prison, or none of us can.
Oh my gosh.
Is this what any of you want?
Oh my gosh.
Fought him before. And after we took in his old friends, they become leaders in what we have here. Now you put down your weapons, walk through those gates. You're one of us. Everyone who's made it this far. We've all done the worst kinds of things just to stay alive. But we can still come back. We're not too far gone.
Look at Herschel. He's so proud of Rick. Rick says, we're not too far gone. He's trying. He's putting aside his pride. He's putting aside everything to save their lives. To save Herschel's life, to save Michonne's life, to save the prison group's life, and to save these people's lives. But that's not what the governor wants. He doesn't care about any of these people. It's about himself, preserving his possession and whatever is wrapped up in his need for Megan. He could care less. He's selfish. Rick is being selfless. Rick says we get to come back. The pride in Herschel's eyes.
Liar.
Shoot him, Carl.
No!
Oh, Herschel's still alive? Come on, Michonne, get loose. Yes. Oh, Herschel. Oh my gosh. He wouldn't have survived it, but still. Evil, evil man. I remember when I watched this, I was devastated. Herschel had my heart, and it's one of the most devastating deaths on a television show. I didn't get over Herschel's death for a very long time. A fictional character, but it affected me greatly. So it shows characters with these deep integrity that shows selflessness and love and compassion and kindness. There's nothing like it. It's the most beautiful qualities a human being can possess. I gravitate to characters like that. This loss in The Walking Dead was a big one. Herschel was everything. R.I.P. Herschel. Look at it. Oh my gosh. Ah, there's your Megan. Get your sword, Michonne. He dropped it. Oof. Rick got beaten to a pulp. What is a little thing that Tyrese is hiding behind? That can't cover you, Tyrese.
She went to find Judith. Where? We'll find her. She'll be okay.
Look behind you, Daryl. Lizzie and her little sister saved Tyrese. No, Rick is done for. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh my gosh, Rick. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Michonne. Michonne, always saving Rick. Michonne is always saving Rick. And she said, "You need me." No truer words have ever been said.
Carl. Where's Carl?
She doesn't know where Carl is.
I don't know.
She's gonna go look for him. Michonne promised to kill you. And she did. There you go.
I gotta go.
He's so happy to see Carl alive.
Where is she?
Oh, poor Carl. Just taking out his anger. Yep. Lilia's gonna take care of him. He caused all this mayhem. And the prison has fallen.
Don't look back. Carl. Just keep walking.
Don't look back. That's the end. I said most of what I had to say throughout the episode, so I will just leave you with a thank you, and please subscribe and share, and hope to see you on the next episode. Good night.